done. What is that? If you know asking, if I ask to calculate, 10% of increment, you have to salary into 0.1 plus then actual salary. You see what you have done. For example, our salary is 3,500. One second. 3,500. If I ask you to increment 10%, and then what you have to do, into 0.01 equal to what? 35 plus then 3,500. You have to calculate like this. So most of you, what you
Ma'am,
have done,
actually it's
salary,
0.1 only, no, ma'am.
whatever, just I am giving you example. So most of you, what you have done, so just a salary into point 1 or whatever, you have calculated that. So finally what you get, you will get only 35 or increment allowance only you will get. Okay. So the question is, add 5 marks. Suppose the student's mark is less than 70 or whatever. So that time what you can do, take that mark less than 75 and then plus add 5. That is fine. So if you want to calculate that increment means you have to add salary plus whatever the increment amount. So how do you calculate that increment amount? If you're getting 2,500, then multiply with a percentage. How many how many percentage they have allotted for particular salary. So suppose manager getting salary of 5,000. So according to the 5,000, so how many, and 10% or 1%, how much amount they will get an increment. So you have to calculate for a fixed salary amount plus then salary into whatever 0.01 or point 0.1 or 10% allowance. You can calculate that way. Okay. Especially just when you have done mistake. Can you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm have learned order data on a basis of some expression using some that calculation, marks into the 0.35 percentage, and then using alias name, and then using some keyword field. Can you remember those things? Others, for example, let me run that query. We are using,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, data. So let me take this one. So data, nothing is there, right? Okay, let me write. Um, Abhinesh, select start from EMP. Oh, no, not this. One second, guys. Student record, I showed you. So, I have added grade and project in this student record, which is placed on the database, student record database. Okay, so if you want to, order by any project, first it shows evaluate, pending, and then submitted. In which way you want to order, you can use that one. You can use a keyword called, field. We can write it. So select start from EMP. Okay, I can write it from here. Oh no, student record. Student record. Then select start from student STUD record. What is that? Order by within bracket. What is this? This one, project. Okay, order by project. Then comma within double quotes. I want to do first one is pending. then assigned, then what is that? Evaluated. That's it. Spelling correct. Okay, let me close this. Okay, let's run these two queries. What happened? Operand should contain one column. What is that? Order by field. Oh, we are doing something wrong, guys. Can you identify what we are? Last week we have done properly. This time it is showing me error. What is that? Select star from student record, order by field of project, pending, assigned, and then evaluated. I want to order like this. So what's okay. Select star from STUDIC. So we are getting this. Okay, if I run this, what will happen? Again, it is giving trouble. What happened, guys? Abhinesh, what we are doing something wrong here, but I know it is inserted. See, you know what our query is? We want to order by field. So field, which field? Project. In which way we want to order? Pending, assigned, and then evaluated. So let me write others too, maybe. That is why it's not giving. Evaluates. Evaluates. Yes. Because I have typed here evaluates, so that is why I'm giving. Then submitted.
Spelling wrong.
MYTTED. That's it. How many jobs are sorry, projects names are available? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Okay, let me run this query now. No, it is
Ma'am, evaluates
evaluates
spelling
spelling
wrong,
wrong. Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Project also, ma'am.
E. Okay, evaluates. L.
Project also,
Project.
ma'am.
Okay, PROJECT. Then what is wrong?
Case
No, it
sensitive,
is
ma'am.
not case sensitive. You can
Small
write
letter,
anywhere.
ma'am.
No, it's fine. Pending, 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 assigned. Okay, let me write this way. Assign ASSIGNED, evaluated, evaluates, submitted. Either what is it?
Ma'am, why, ma'am, pending?
Here, pending is here. I may change this and that. Okay, no, it's not case sensitive. That's fine. Jashwant, Abhinesh, and Prabha, just tell me what is going on here. See, it is order. Okay, okay, fine now. Can you see that? So it is ordered by pending and then assigned and then evaluated and then evaluates submitted. Okay, why we will find out. Okay, let me change this. So it is fine. Then maybe this, because of this. Now this time everything is working. So funny. Maybe existing cache memory it is displaying. I don't know why it is not before. Actually, it is not case sensitive like Python. Only the table name is a case sensitive. Other than that, you can write anything here. Select something like that. Okay, let me write here. Select name from STUDREC, student record. So it will display a name. See, it is not that much. No, you have to write properly. Only the table name is case sensitive. Okay. Let's move on to next function. Guys, you okay there until now? So this one we have seen last week. Okay, next move
Yes,
on
ma'am.
to aggregate function.
Yes, ma'am.
So aggregate function means it performs a calculation on a set of value. So here what we are doing, just passing a query, select, some either name or mark 1 or mark 2 or whatever. Then we are fixing, we are making a condition where for example, mark is greater than or equal to or something, or less than or equal to something, then it will fetch all the records. Now I want to take entire mark 1 and then calculate, add or count how many records are there, and then minimum value, maximum value. I want to calculate these kind of things. So there is a function called aggregate. So aggregate function performs a calculation on a set of values, and it will return only one value. See, if you use count of M1, which means how many records are here. So it will count and then display the single value. So in this table, how many records are here? 3, 4, and then 7, 8, 9 records are there. So if I use count function, then it will return only 9. Okay, 9 or 10. And then maximum means if you use that function max of M1, so it will find out which mark 1 is greater, then that will display only 196 or whatever. And then if you use minimum, so minimum means which mark M1 is very low, then it will fetch that particular one and then it will display. So that's what aggregate function does. So it will calculate many records and then it will display only one. Okay, so except for count function, count star dot something, it will include all the null values, duplication, everything. Okay, okay, guys. So let me show that. Mainly.
Yes,
So okay, one more thing. In aggregate function, you can use a distinct values. So distinct keyword. So already we have seen what is a distinct keyword, because here in this table we have used the evaluated 2, 3, 4 times, and then pending couple of times maybe, and then assigned, different times we are using. So I want to know how many times evaluates execute using in this table. So then sometimes I want to calculate assigned, how many students are assigned the project. So how do you calculate it? Using some distinct keyword. Okay, so we have seen right already. So the aggregate function also using that distinct keyword, using distinct keyword we can calculate count, or we can calculate maximum or minimum, or project, whatever. So let's see one by one. First let me show you that select. Let me use another table, that EMP table. That is, I have created many records, sorry, many tables in a different columns. So let me use that one. Sys, and then select count. Okay, let me run first. Select star from EMP. Let me run these two queries. Okay, in EMP record, we have, EMP table, we have plenty of records. Okay, so in this record, I want to know how many records are there. Maybe I have entered 1,000 records or whatever. So how to calculate that, how many records are in that particular table. So anyone can tell count of star from EMP. Just simply say that, what will happen, guys? See, it will show as 12. So which means we have
no,
12 records. No, count star means it will select the entire record. So it will select all the data, all columns or everything, but it will count one by one, each record. It will count how many records are there. That's it. So for example, okay, let me count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 records. We have, in that table, we have 12 records. That's what it's showing. Count star means it will count everything. For example, if you want to count only job, so job, how many jobs are there? Maybe sometimes, how do you, okay, let me explain later. If you want to calculate this job is also give you same result, because it will select, fetch entire column and then find out how many jobs are allotted. Okay, so how many records are created. See, count job equal to 12. So you know that this will only return temporarily. So when you see that proper actual data, actual table, you will see only job. The column name is job. Okay, do you remember that? Oh, again it is running.
Yes, ma'am.
See, the column name won't change it. So if you want, if now we are calculating how many records are there. Okay, in this job we have calculated a total job. I want to calculate a distinct job. So how many salesmen are there? How many managers are there? How number of clerks? How many you want to calculate? Then what you have to do? You to use that keyword distinct. Distinct, that's it. Distinct job means it will throw one and then two, three, four, five, six, right? Six kind of jobs are in our record. So let us run five. Why it is showing five? Maybe did I count wrong? One, clerk, salesman, two, manager, three, then analyst 4, and then president 5. Okay, if you want to bring that name job, and then
Okay, ma'am.
let's try that. Okay. Oh. See what count a distinct job do. What does it, it will select individual a distinct name of that job. So here we have two clerks and then five salesmen and then analyst or whatever. So I want only how many distinct job, individual unique jobs. So use count distinct job. So it will count one salesman 1 and then clerk is 2, manager is 3. In this way it will calculate. Okay, so now I want to display that name of that distinct job. So how do you write it? Just job, comma, let's try this. I have already shown that clerk is 5. Okay, then take out this count. Okay, then if you write only distinct job, it will show you, it will give you name of that jobs. Okay, let me run. See, clerk and then salesman, manager, analyst, and then president. So in our record we have a number of clerks and then number of salesmen and the number of analysts. I want to count how many clerks are there, how many managers are there. So using a distinct job, just to simply use count. So count that job. That's it. Okay, we will get five different jobs are there in our record. Okay, so this one is fine, right, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, one more
Yes,
thing,
ma'am.
distinct name, and then we can use a group by. So last week we have seen, right? So group by, let me take that student record. Why it is not displaying? There is a doesn't exist. Okay, let me run this. Okay, then let me run this. Okay, now I want to group by project. See, how to write it using a group by. So we have seen that group by project, and then especially distinct name. So here we have different thing, right? So I want to group in a distinct way. So how do you write it? Okay, before that, let me, I know you can count that name, that is fine. Count that project, that is also fine. How do you write it? Count any project and then from students record and then group by whatever you can write it. So I want to print that distinct name and then from distinct name comma project from students record and then group by project. How do you write it? You understand or not? Okay,
You're sorting it
yeah,
in,
yeah,
ma'am.
just not only sorting. Here we have different projects, right? One is evaluates and then pending. We want to group by evaluate or evaluated. So how do you see? We have seen here, right? No, okay, maybe you're not there. Okay, select name comma project GCP from student STUD or student record group by group by project. See what will happen. Abhinesh, what will happen if I run this query? Just see that query and then tell me what will happen. So it will group by project. So evaluates and then pending and then name. So why it is showing only name? So you know what, in SQL query, let me take that. It will take the first we are using a group by. So what will happen, it will group evaluates evaluated and then pending. In this way it will go, it will fetch the first record of evaluated it. So this one is Sam, so that is why it is it see evaluates Sam and then evaluated also Sam, because our record, where is it, student record, we have bunch of students, project is evaluated. So it will take the first name of that student and then it will display on the resultant panel. So this is not a valid thing. So what we have to do, just a project from student record group by project. So let's run this query. Mostly they will sometimes they will ask you to display that name itself, but you can include the project group by project as well. So what will happen, in that project group, different students will assign into the project is evaluated, different student project is submitted, different student project is waiting or pending, whatever. According to this query, it will take the first evaluated corresponding name, that will throw on the resultant panel. Sometimes they will ask you, they will give you a table and then they will give names as well, and then ask you to group by project or group by section or whatever. That time what happens, it will fetch only the first name. uh, you understand, right? So here section, if you see that we have
Yes,
section
ma'am.
A, B, the three times three students are in section A, then three students are in section B. So what will happen if you are using a group by, so it will fetch first record, first name of that student, and then it will display. So they will ask different questions. So what will be the answer? And sometimes you have to remember that you have to write a first student name. Don't get panic. Okay, section B has three students, how can write here? So don't worry about it, fetch the first student name and then corresponding section you can write it. Okay, so if you use this way, I have seen that this kind of queries in a question paper, CBSE pattern question. That is why I it looks like a irrelevant for us. Sometimes they are trickily, they will ask a question. So group by project, and then they want to display the name. So you may get confused. That is why, that is a question paper, whoever takes, that's their motto. Okay, what students are doing. So how you know, sometimes they will write Sam comma, you are writing on a paper, right? So you may write a Sam comma, so whoever project is evaluated, so they will Sam, and then Paul, and then again Sam. You will write that way, right? In a paper you can easily write Sam comma Paul comma Sam, and then evaluated. No, that's not a right answer. Fetch the first record of evaluated, and then first name of pending, just write it. Okay, then now let's move on to aggregate class. I told you in aggregate function we can calculate average, then count. Already we have seen count, distinct count. Okay, then maximum, minimum. Let's write a query for that. I'm gonna use sys. I'm gonna take that table, select star from emp. So da 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 da, select. Select. Okay, now I'm going to calculate average of salary. Okay, so how do you calculate average salary? Select, there is a keyword average of which column you are going to calculate the average. So salary, according to us, you can calculate any number, right? So even though you can calculate average for emp number as well, so mg or this one as well, and then department number, these are all not relevant, calculating average, right? So I'm using a column salary from okay. So if I enter like this, what will happen? In the resultant panel, you will, I told you, aggregate function will return only one value. So one value on the resultant panel, right? So what happened, it will select all the salaries and then add and then calculate, divided by 12, because we have 12 records, right? So add entire salary divided by 12, and then what you will get, it will display. So here we are using average within bracket salary. So that will be the column name, right? If you want to specifically give the column name, so you can, you within double quotes, you can write AVE or AG average. So temporarily on the resultant panel, this will be the column name. Okay. So you don't need to, give any alias or anything. So it will return. Okay. You got it, guys?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So everyone, Abhinesh, you find right? Hello. Okay, you can do one more thing. Department number is 30. Then calculate salary. How do you do that? Salary, here according to this query, it will select everything, right? So we can do some more conditions, right? Take
Yes, ma'am.
department number 30 and then find out the salary. So what we can do, where department number equal to 30. Am I right? Spelling. Close this. Let me see. DEPT department number equal to 30. Okay. So it will display one. It will fetch. Okay. Let's see. Department 30 salary 1,200 and then 2,800. Manually calculate how much. Almost 4,000, and then 5,600, and then 7,000. Around 7 to 8,000 we will get it. Okay. Let's run this query. Okay, we are calculating average, right? So what will happen, it will added 1 2 3 4. So it will add these 3 4 and then divided by 4. So can you add the manually using a calculator, add that? Okay, let me run manually. 1,400. 1,400 plus 2,800 plus, what is the next value? 1,600. 1,600.
2850, ma'am.
850. How can I go back? Okay, come on. 250 plus 2,850 plus, what is the next value? 1,600 plus 950. Saravanan, are you following me? Okay, divided by 4. So 1,662. Okay, we have any calculation missing. I'm not sure why. 30. Oh, one more 3,000. We have. Oh, that is not in our record.
No, ma'am.
It's correct, right? So, but we got invalid data, right? Average, how do you calculate? So add 4 salaries and divided by 4, right? That's how we calculate average, right? Why it is showing us
Yes,
a
ma'am.
different value?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Why it is giving us different value? Okay, then let's try this.
Ma'am,
Uh-huh.
stable, ma'am. Once again, I will add it.
Okay, try that. Salary, first one is 1,250. I thought I added 1,200. Did I? Maybe 1,250 plus. Guys, can you calculate faster? 2,850 plus then 1,600. 1,600 plus 950. 950 equal to 665. What we'll get? We get something, but here the answer is something. I don't know, something wrong. Maybe it calculates null. Guys, one more thing is here. 1,600 also there. So we have to add 1,600 divided by 5. Okay, we have divided by only 4, right? So we added only 4 employees salary. So actual record we have 1,600, 250, and then again one more
Yes, ma'am.
250 again. Oh, I think almost 6 employee has department 30. So it added 6 employees salary and then divided by 6 we got this value. Okay, so if you want to make sure, then I can show you, then try that. If you don't want, then I can go further.
You
Anyone?
can proceed, ma'am. No need, ma'am. This
Okay,
one.
okay then. Okay, let's move on to next one is sum. So sum means average. So you know that adding number of employees salary and then divided by number of employees. So sum means, what is a sum? It will add all the salary of department number 30. Whoever in the department number 30, it will add that their salary. Let's run this query. What you will get, see. Now can you divide by 6? You will get whatever we got before. So 9,500 divided by 6. Can you check what will happen? AVG. What happened? We got exactly. I think most of you are not following. Prabha.
No, ma'am.
Yes,
We are
ma'am.
Okay.
following, ma'am.
Okay. See, yes, ma'am. Come
Okay.
on. What is the answer? 9,500 divided
1.83.3,
by
ma'am.
6. Yeah, exactly. We got it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So before we have, missed a
Yes,
couple
ma'am.
of employees' salary. That is why we. We got a wrong answer. Okay, now we learned how to calculate sum of that column values and then average of that column values. So if you use count of that salary, okay, so what it will do, count salary and count. Already I have explained it, and then so if I run this query, what will happen? Count salary. So how where department is 30, so it will fetch first department 30, whoever it is, and then it will count 1 2 3 4 5 6, it will return 6. Let's see it will return 6. So count means it will count how many salary where a department is equal to 30. How many employees are getting salary, and then where their department should be 30. So for example, if you use 20, then it will return accordingly 5. Okay. So this is the count function. In next, move on to if you want to calculate an entire record, just simply count a star, then no need to give the where class, use any where class. It will return how many records are in our table. Okay, and then this distinct job also you have seen, right? So next to move on to maximum. So what does a maximum function do? In general, what is the meaning of maximum? So if you fetch that column salary, use max function, it will return whoever getting the highest paid. So that value will be written on the display. Okay, so max and then we don't need this. Okay, maximum salary. Oh, I don't want to, I can use later. Okay, maximum of salary. So by looking at this table, so which is the maximum salary record. So the president, the job president, his salary is high. So let's see what will happen.
5,000.
See, so 5,000, it will return 5,000. If you use where class, where before we used it, right? Where department equals to 20. What it does mean, it will fetch all the department 20 employees, and then out of the department 20 whose salary is high, so that will only it will return that value. So 3. So in department 20, it will find this, and then this, and this, and then 3,000. 3,000. Okay, so we got 3,000 maximum. Okay, so minimum, the function minimum is vice versa, so opposite of maximum, right? So if you use min, and then it will return only who gets the less pay, so that will be written here. Only the amount will be written here. Okay, right? 800, who got very
Yes, ma'am.
less amount. Okay, I want to display name as well, so name. Okay, one more. Delete this. Okay, who get less pay, you can see that. Okay, column name in the field list. What is that? What happened? We cannot write it like that. E-name. E-name. Employee name. Okay, let's write. Okay, Sam is getting 800. If you want to add job name as well, so job comma whatever you want. This one won't it will display only one unique record, right? So unique the calculation. So before we have seen, right, you group by any project, then we have five groups in a project: assigned, evaluates, evaluated, or pending, or whatever. That time it will fetch the first record, first name of that record. Here it's nothing to do with that, right? It will find out who is getting a minimum salary, and then I want to display their name and then job. So you can write select and then e-name and job and then minimum. Okay, Sam, who's working as a clerk, and then his salary is minimum. Okay, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we can do one more condition. So how do you do that? You can write from employee where what we can do, job equal to salesman, or how many main number of salesmen, or clerk or analyst. Okay, we have 3 clerks. Okay, you can use clerk. So what you will get, it will first, it will find, check that var class.
Any calculation
Okay,
help?
first, okay, you are writing a query, then what will happen? It will check the condition first, where job is clerk. Then it will select name, job, minimum salary of, those person. Okay, so let me execute this, Sam clerk. Okay, let me make it maximum. We have seen already minimum, right? So if you run this query, okay, in according to our table, we have 3 clerks. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So just one, you are here. Okay, then whose salary is maximum? So here 1,100. So we got 1,100. Their name, that person, particular employee name, and then clerk. Okay. Abhinesh, Ritin, you guys are, already someone is left. Who's that?
Written,
Ritin,
ma'am.
why he left? You know what? Principal strictly saying that whoever are missing your classes and then leaving a class yearly, we have to report to him, and then he will take an action. If you are continuously absent in 2 days, you will be excluded from the group. So be careful, and you have to attend your class. So you're in a grade
Okay, ma'am.
12, so pay attention. At least you in this batch, a very lucky batch, I would say that. So if we are not crushing, pressurizing you, okay, do this or that, starting from 9 to 7, no. Yeah, you're simply attending 4 hours, and then if you are doing NEET and JEE, at least 2 hours until those kind of classes only there. So utilize this time. You can score more marks, right, this time. So because already 30% of syllabus is also reduced, and then classes are also flexible. So don't take it in a wrong way. So this time you can revise everything, and then you can most probably your questions are not that much tough. You can get more marks, and then your career will be changed in a nice way. So utilize properly, and then think about others, compare with other 12th student, and then yourself are in a easy way. Yeah, in a how do you say that, leisure time, and then you get more free time. So utilize, and then study, get good marks, and then change your career. Okay, so principal is this time very strictly saying that whoever is not attending class, just exclude from the group, which means we will delete from your group. You cannot attend the classes. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
and
Okay,
then move on to next one. Maximum, minimum, count, average, we have said, seen some as well, right? So then using those functions, we can use, we used some of the var classes. Then type of SQL functions, we have 2 different types of SQL function. One is a single row function, and then second one is a multiple row or group functions. We have seen that group functions using aggregate function. Do you want me to write it, or if I explain?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on. Okay, tomorrow I will write. bring with written notes, and then I will show you. If I write, it may take
Okay.
time, and then you may get, already time is 2:18, 2:20. Okay, then I will explain little bit types of SQL functions. Single row function. Single row function means it works with the data of a single row at a time. It returns a single result of each row depending upon that query. Okay, so multiple row function, already multiple row function with a group of rows and returns a single result of group. So you know that working with group of rows and returns only single value, single result. So what will immediately you can recollect that aggregate function, there was some count, maximum, minimum, average. So these functions are group functions. Then you get only one result, right? So can you see it here? So this maximum, minimum, count, it will play around the group functions. Then you get only one individual value. So not individual value, single value, right? So this is the example for a multiple row or group function. And then grouping results. Okay, now you know how to yeah, count and then use order or sort by or group by. So you use only one value, one column name. So now we are moving into grouping result using a group by class. It's a group by function. So for example, for emp dot x, this one, you group by department number. So how do you write it? It's a group by department number. Okay, what will happen? So I told you it will fetch the department number only once, and then take the department number. It fetch the first name of that. All the detail. All it will take the first employee number, and then it will display that job, hire date, salary, or whatever. But we have department number 20, department number 20, we have plenty of them, right? So maybe 4 or 5 of them. So if we want to display orderly, analyzed, so two, and then a clerk, how many, we can sort out group by job, and then count how many jobs are there, how many clerks are there. We have seen that, right? I showed you. So let
Yes,
me.
ma'am.
So this query will come under grouping result using a group by. Okay. So let me run one more time. Select. Priorly I have told you that query. Select a job and then group by job. So now we are using a select job and then count star. Okay. So what will happen? Let me write this way first. Job from EMP, where, sorry, group by job. So what you will get? Select job from EMP and then group by job. What you will get? You will get name of that jobs. Okay. So I want to know in my record how many clerks are there, how many salesmen there, how many managers are there. So you can do that using a count function here. Count star. If you do that, it will return how many clerks, and then how many salesmen, how many managers are there. It will display here. Let me run. See in our table, 3 clerks and then salesmen. Already I told you or not in this starting session.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this query of this kind of condition will come under grouping result by group by class. Okay, so let's move on to another example. Okay, we can, calculate average and then sum, and okay, let's do that. How do you write it? Select, come on, guys.
What
I
is the
want
question,
to
ma'am?
calculate average and then sum as well.
Select
Mm-hmm.
sum of what, ma'am?
Yeah, in your table, in which column you can, calculate average or sum, anything, right? Any number. So, it is a reasonable means you can calculate only, salary. So write it. Average of salary, comma, sum of
Sum
salary,
of salary.
sum of
From
salary, uh, from EMP.
EMP.
EMP. So if you do that, it will display, average and salary. So now you can apply any condition where that job equal to salesman. Salesman spell correct or not? I don't know. It will select a salesman and then salesman's salary and then calculate average and then calculate sum as well. Then let's move on to something else, grouping records based on a department number. Okay, so
Okay, ma'am.
here, okay, here department 20, 30, 10. So now we are calculating grouping this record using a department number. So let me write select department number, spelling correct, department number, count of star. Then I'm calculating sum of salary from EMP, group by
Job.
department number. Department number. That's it. Okay. What will happen? Anyone guess? It will select. Okay.
All the
Let's go from behind. Backwards. Group by department number. So it will group by department number, and then it will calculate salary and then count, and then it will display 20, and then how many 20s are there? It will calculate. Add salaries. Then it will go to 30, and then it will calculate the sum of that. Let's see that. Okay, sum does not exist. Why?
gap.
Sum, maybe, yes. Yes, maybe. Let me use this. Let me run this. Yeah, see, got it right. So it will fetch
Yes.
20, department number 20. How many 20s are available in our table 5? Then it calculated that, total. Okay, then department number 30. How many 30s are available in our EMP? We have seen 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, it count is displayed and then it calculated that total salary. Then department number 10, and then count and then sum of that salary. Okay. So
Okay,
this one
ma'am.
is simply using a group by, using a grouping result in a group by. So if you want a nested loop, multiple loops, how we can do that? So already I explained it verbally. Then select department number, count, EMP number. Come on, different way. EMP number, employee number, that's how we have defined, right? EMPNO. Then from EMP, group by
EMP number
department
from
number. There is a error. What is going on? Group by. Guys, I'm writing in a small letter everything because I want to make it fast. I know it is not a wrong thing, but make a practice. When you go to database related job, so it will nice always keywords should be upper character, right? So that
Yes.
will help you to read code easily. So let me run this. What will happen? So group by department number. See, always whenever you write a query, so go through from here. So always the condition first it will check that condition. Then after that it will display whatever you want. Okay. So group by department. So we have three departments: 20, 30, and then 10. Then from count employee number. So in department, how many? Already we have the same scenario, right? So here we have
Yes.
calculated salary, but this time we have used the employee number. So you can change that, add employee number, or calculate average, anything, but it is not relevant to calculate employee number. Okay. So same thing. One more thing we can do, that a department number and then count employee number, and then multiple values for a group. For example, if you have a same values, so if for a technique table, employee number or any department number, multiple values for a group, non-group field will be displayed. How do you explain that? Okay, let me write it here. You can know. I don't want to tell you department number, comma, count of
Mm, 230, ma'am.
230 times up. Okay,
Yes.
guys, I will explain later, tomorrow. Wednesday you have a test, right? So only the MySQL first topic and then second topic. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, then bye now.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
You
Have a
too,
nice
bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye.